Cape Horn, often referred to as the Sailor's Everest, holds an almost mythical status among mariners. This remote headland, located at the southernmost tip of South America, is notorious for its violent weather and perilous seas. For centuries, sailors have faced the wrath of Cape Horn, where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans collide with terrifying force. The tales of ships struggling against towering waves and howling winds are legendary. Many mariners have braved these waters, but not all have returned to tell their tales. Before the construction of the Panama Canal, Cape Horn was a crucial point in global navigation. It served as a gateway for ships traveling between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Navigating around Cape Horn was a rite of passage for sailors, marking them with a badge of honor for surviving one of the most dangerous sea routes in the world. Its reputation as a deadly passage added to its allure, drawing adventurers and traders alike despite the risks. The fearsome reputation of Cape Horn is not just based on sailors' tales, it is grounded in the brutal reality of its treacherous conditions. The combination of unpredictable weather, powerful currents, and isolated geography creates a perfect storm for disaster. Sailors who dared to round the Horn knew they were embarking on a journey fraught with peril, yet the call of the sea and the promise of trade were too strong to resist. Today, Cape Horn remains a symbol of maritime challenge and adventure. Its legacy continues to capture the imagination of sailors and historians alike. Despite technological advancements in navigation and shipbuilding, Cape Horn's fearsome reputation endures. It stands as a testament to the courage and tenacity of those who dared to face its wrath. Cape Horn is located at the southern tip of the Tierra del Fuego archipelago in Chile. It marks the northern boundary of the Drake Passage, a body of water connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This passage is infamous for its unpredictable weather and relentless winds. The geography of Cape Horn is characterized by its rugged coastline and steep cliffs, making it a daunting sight for any sailor approaching its shores. The winds around Cape Horn are among the fiercest in the world, often reaching hurricane force. These winds are primarily driven by the convergence of the Southern Ocean's westerly winds, which sweep unimpeded across vast stretches of open water. Coupled with strong ocean currents, they create massive waves that can reach heights of over 30 feet. This combination of wind and waves presents a formidable challenge to even the most experienced sailors. Icebergs are another significant hazard in the waters around Cape Horn. Calved from glaciers in Antarctica, these floating giants pose a serious threat to ships navigating the region. The presence of icebergs adds an element of unpredictability, as they can be difficult to detect, especially in poor visibility conditions. This makes the already treacherous passage even more dangerous. Navigating Cape Horn requires not only skill and courage, but also a deep understanding of the local geography and weather patterns. Sailors must be prepared for sudden changes in weather, as storms can develop rapidly and with little warning. Despite these challenges, the allure of Cape Horn remains strong, drawing adventurers and explorers to its wild and untamed shores. Before the Panama Canal opened in 1914, Cape Horn was a vital route for ships engaged in global trade. It served as the main passage between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, enabling the exchange of goods between continents. The journey around Cape Horn was a key component of the trade routes that connected Europe, Asia, and the Americas. This made it an essential part of the mercantile networks that powered global commerce. The treacherous journey around Cape Horn was motivated by the desire for trade and profit. Ships laden with valuable cargo, such as spices, silk, and precious metals, braved the perilous route to reach distant markets. The wealth generated from this trade fueled the growth of empires and facilitated cultural exchanges between different parts of the world. Cape Horn was not just a geographical landmark, it was a symbol of the interconnectedness of the global economy. Despite the dangers, the route around Cape Horn was heavily trafficked, with ships of all sizes attempting the passage. The promise of economic gain outweighed the risks, driving sailors and merchants to navigate these perilous waters. The economic importance of Cape Horn persisted for centuries, shaping the course of global history and commerce. The opening of the Panama Canal eventually diminished Cape Horn's role in international trade, offering a safer and shorter route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. However, the legacy of Cape Horn as a vital trade route endures. It remains a symbol of the maritime heritage that shaped the modern world, reminding us of the challenges and triumphs of those who sailed its waters. The story of Cape Horn's naming and first rounding is rooted in the age of European exploration. In 1616, a Dutch expedition led by explorers Willem Schouten and Jacob Lemaire set out to find a new route to the Spice Islands. Their goal was to bypass the Spanish-controlled Strait of Magellan and establish a direct trading route to the East Indies. This ambitious journey marked a significant chapter in the history of maritime exploration. The expedition faced numerous challenges, including treacherous seas and harsh weather. Despite these obstacles, Schouten and Lemaire successfully navigated the previously uncharted waters south of Tierra del Fuego. Upon rounding the southernmost point of the archipelago, they named it Kaap Hoorn, after the Dutch city of Hoorn, in honor of Schouten's birthplace. This marked the first recorded rounding of what would become known as Cape Horn. The successful rounding of Cape Horn by Schouten and Lemaire was a monumental achievement. It opened up new possibilities for trade and exploration, challenging the Spanish monopoly on the southern sea routes. Their voyage demonstrated the potential for alternative passages to the east, paving the way for future expeditions and commerce. The legacy of these Dutch explorers lives on in the name of Cape Horn, serving as a reminder of the daring spirit of exploration that defined the Age of Discovery. Their journey was a testament to human ingenuity and determination, showcasing the relentless pursuit of knowledge and economic opportunity that drove the exploration of the world's oceans. Navigating Cape Horn has always been fraught with danger. The extreme weather conditions, combined with the region's geographical challenges, make it one of the most hazardous sea routes in the world. Ships attempting the passage often encountered violent storms, massive waves, and unpredictable currents, posing a constant threat to their safety. One of the greatest dangers faced by sailors rounding Cape Horn was the risk of shipwreck. The treacherous seas claimed many vessels, leaving wreckage scattered along the rocky shores. The notorious Roaring Forties and Furious 50s winds created towering waves that could easily capsize ships. Historical records are filled with tales of ships lost to the merciless seas, highlighting the perilous nature of the voyage. In addition to storms and waves, sailors also had to contend with the threat of icebergs. The cold waters surrounding Cape Horn were often dotted with these floating ice masses, posing a significant hazard to navigation. The presence of icebergs added another layer of danger to an already risky passage, requiring sailors to maintain constant vigilance. The hardships faced by sailors rounding Cape Horn were not limited to the physical challenges of the sea. The psychological toll of enduring prolonged periods of isolation and danger was immense. Sailors had to contend with extreme fatigue, fear, and the constant threat of death. Despite these challenges, the allure of adventure and the promise of reward continued to draw them to the treacherous waters of Cape Horn. Rounding Cape Horn was more than just a nautical challenge. It was a rite of passage that bestowed a sense of honor and pride among sailors. Those who successfully navigated the formidable waters earned the title of Cape Horners, a badge of distinction that set them apart from their peers. This honor was recognized and respected by sailors around the world, symbolizing their courage and seamanship. The traditions associated with Cape Horn were deeply ingrained in maritime culture. Sailors who rounded the Horn were often celebrated with special ceremonies and rituals upon their return. These traditions included the presentation of symbolic tokens, such as a gold hoop earring worn in the left ear, signifying their achievement. The camaraderie among Cape Horners fostered a sense of brotherhood, uniting them in their shared experience of braving the world's most perilous sea route. Life at sea for those rounding Cape Horn was marked by hardship and camaraderie. The challenges of navigating the treacherous waters required teamwork and mutual support. Sailors relied on each other to survive the harsh conditions, forming bonds that transcended cultural and national boundaries. These connections were solidified by the shared experience of conquering Cape Horn's formidable obstacles. The legacy of Cape Horn continues to be celebrated in maritime culture. Its traditions endure, passed down through generations of sailors who honor the bravery and resilience of those who came before them. The spirit of the Cape Horners serves as a reminder of the enduring human spirit and the timeless allure of the sea. Navigating the seas, especially around Cape Horn, involves overcoming numerous challenges. These challenges include managing the ship's course, dealing with unpredictable weather, and ensuring the safety of both the crew and the vessel. Understanding these maritime concepts is crucial for appreciating the complexity and danger of a Cape Horn voyage. One of the primary challenges is steering the ship through turbulent waters. Sailors must be adept at reading the waves and adjusting the sails to maintain control of the vessel. The strong currents and winds around Cape Horn make this task particularly difficult, requiring skill and experience to navigate successfully. Weather is another critical factor in maritime navigation. The seas around Cape Horn are known for their volatile weather patterns, with storms developing rapidly and without warning. Sailors must constantly monitor the skies and seas for signs of changing conditions, making swift adjustments to avoid disaster. Ensuring the safety of the crew is paramount. This includes maintaining the ship's integrity and managing the physical and mental well-being of the sailors. The isolation and harsh conditions can take a toll on the crew, requiring strong leadership and camaraderie to keep morale high and ensure a successful passage. Understanding these challenges helps us appreciate the bravery and skill of the sailors who navigated Cape Horn. Their ability to overcome these obstacles is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience in the face of nature's fury. These maritime concepts continue to be relevant today, reminding us of the enduring challenges of life at sea. Cape Horn remains an enduring symbol of maritime adventure and challenge. Its legacy continues to captivate sailors, historians, and adventure seekers alike, drawing them to its rugged and inhospitable shores. Despite the advent of modern navigation technology and safer routes, the allure of Cape Horn persists, attracting those who seek to test their mettle against nature's most formidable forces. The legend of Cape Horn is kept alive by the stories of those who dared to brave its waters. These tales of courage, endurance, and survival inspire new generations of sailors and adventurers. The spirit of exploration that drove the early mariners is echoed in the modern-day sailors who undertake the challenge of rounding the Horn, seeking to experience the thrill and danger of this legendary sea passage. Cape Horn's place in history as a vital trade route and a symbol of human perseverance is cemented by its continued presence in maritime culture. It serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of the world's oceans and the role they play in global commerce and exploration. The legacy of Cape Horn is a testament to the enduring human spirit and the timeless allure of the sea. In a world where technology has made many aspects of life more accessible and less hazardous, the challenge of Cape Horn remains a beacon for those who seek to push the boundaries of human endeavor. Its mystique endures, inviting adventurers to test their limits and experience the raw power of nature. Cape Horn stands as a symbol of the sea's eternal challenge, a reminder of the courage and tenacity required to conquer its wild and untamed waters.